thumbnails. Titles and thumbnails. Well, Patty Daly's not here yet, but I must go with the intro video. Settle in, everybody. Have a little coffee with me. Titles and thumbnails up next. Let's go.
It's the Tommy Stig Show in 3, 2, 1.
All right. We're not supposed to be an illusion. We are supposed to be. We're not supposed to be an illusion. We're supposed to be real. Now, here is the situation with the titles and the thumbnails. They are very important. Ladies and gentlemen, the titles and the thumbnails are very, very, very important. It grabs the crowd, possibly. This is what I'm understanding. It grabs the crowd. It makes people hungry for your content. Hello there, Sven Larson. I'm doing right now what they tell me not to do because that's what I want to do. As somebody comes in, they will get greeted here. That's what happens here. I will break the conversation to greet someone that gave me the privilege to speak to them. So Sven Larson, salute to you this morning, sir. No, I will break the cycle. I don't care. I'm not supposed to do that. I don't care. Stop. Okay. Titles and thumbnails, they are critical. Critical. Before you start selling your product, get to know your customer. Yes, yes, yes. We are each other's customers. So your titles and your thumbnails are very important. You put up the title, you put up the thumbnail. Now, what happens with the title and the thumbnail? Maybe, quite possibly, YouTube will get you into the algorithm. If they feel your delivery is good, the machine evaluates your capabilities, your crowd-pleasing skills, this, that, the other thing. Anybody could put Joey Merlino in a tag. Anybody could put John Gotti in the tag. Anybody could put Trump in the tag, in the thumbnail, in the title. But then YouTube decides, do we recommend this Mama Luke out? Talking about John Gotti, talking about Trump, talking about Tommy Stiggs, talking about Senor Edwin Jimenez. Do we feel that this guy, this gal can deliver the topic and grab a crowd? If so, we will recommend them out to the algorithm. If not, they're going to just get their regular people, maybe a few, maybe not that many, and they may or they may not come in. Now, titles and thumbnails are very important, but YouTube does go by your past views, your past interaction. They love this. YouTube loves this right here, the chat. The YouTube machine follows everything. It's not a person, it's a machine. As the once underboss of this channel of mine says, TT Red, it's a machine. So Joetown Jack, good morning. So they do evaluate. So it's not just, you're not going to put up that magical thumbnail, that magical title. Here's the reason why, and I'm going to tell you why. I know why. I'm learning. Delilah, well, then YouTube doesn't do a good job. Half of these weirdos have John Gotti's pictures and name in them, and the content has nothing to do with him. And that's correct, Delilah. Go look at some of the view counts. They're not there. I'm going to give you a good example. I think that James Proctor had on Michael Francis. What are the views like? They should be 500,000. Maybe YouTube feels that James Proctor doesn't have the delivery. He's got the guy, but you have to also work with the guy to make the show good. It's not just the guy, Michael Francis, coming on and sitting on panel that's going to get the views. It's not. It's also the co-host or the person interviewing, or as I say, doing a sit down, right? I don't know what those numbers are. I couldn't watch it. It's not very interesting to me. Now, is that a James Proctor delivery? Is that the disinterest in Michael Francis? Has that ship sailed? We don't know. We don't know. But they could put John Gotti, Michael Franzese, your sister's ass in the title. It's not going to matter. It's not going to matter anymore. How many people have John Gotti? How many people have Trump? How many people have Biden? How many people have these people in their titles? Plane crash. It doesn't matter. YouTube will be very short of recommending you out based on your history. So YouTube builds your profile and recommends you to the algorithm based on history, not just what you have in the title. Now, here's the job of a content creator or a show host. They must meet or exceed the expectations of that thumbnail and that title. They have to meet or exceed the expectations as video. Listen, they must meet or exceed the expectations of that thumbnail. If they do not, it's going to show by chat participation, by views in a day or so, not live specifically, in a day or so. Now, YouTube's going to say, okay, Tommy Stiggs made that great thumbnail. He had that wonderful title. How did the show go? How did the pre-record go? Did it deliver? Did he have what it took? Did he get crowd interaction? Did he get views, likes, and participation in the live? And then the next time they may recommend you out. There's a lot that goes on with this YouTube thing. A lot of ins and outs that go on with this YouTube thing. So titles and thumbnails are very important, but that's not it. That's the easy part. Anybody can make a thumbnail, have a title, have a background like this or whatever you have. But the bottom line is, can they deliver? Do they get crowd interaction? No, they don't go by 900 watching. They go by 900 watching and 800 participating. You guys, there's a lot missing that not a lot of people understand about this YouTube. And I learn something new every day. It's not that 900 are watching, viewing. It's the participation level. Lee Cole came on one day and he explained it to us. It doesn't matter how many people are watching. It's the participation of the people watching. You got 10 people watching. You got 2 people commenting. There's a problem. They don't want to be there. They're, for some reason or another, they don't want to be there. So the YouTube machine will put that into their database, come into their program and beep, 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 and pump you out or not. Hello there, Martha Fowler, Danny Saratoga. I'm doing something now that they recommend that I do not do. They recommend that I do not stop and talk to the crowd. Well, Fatangul, because that's what I do. So there you go. Title, listen to me. Title and thumbnail. Your job as a show host, content creator, whatever the hell you want to call it. Miss Sunrise Dawn, nice to see you. Your job as an on-air personality is to meet or exceed the expectations that are in that thumbnail, what your crowd is looking to see. If you cannot meet or exceed that expectation, shut the show down. You ain't doing it. It's not happening. You don't have what it takes. And they will measure that going forward. He made a beautiful thumbnail. Her thumbnail was beautiful. Did she meet or exceed the expectations of the crowd that were? She did not. She did not. So we're going to move her along. We're going to move her along. We're not going to recommend her out. And that's the topic today. We are done with the topic. Any questions about that? Any observations? Any input, guys? I need it from you. I need to hear it from you. What's your thoughts? Yes, you don't have what it's saying. Right. Meet or exceed the expectations of the thumbnail. What's your thoughts on that? You see a thumbnail, it's got you, it grabs you, boom. What do? Okay, you'll have to go back. Well, in really quick, the topic was title and thumbnail. Meet the job of the show host is to meet or exceed the expectations of the thumbnail. What do you think about that? Somebody can have a beautiful thumbnail, a beautiful title, really, really popular topic, right? And then they can't deliver. What are they delivering? Are they the content? Can they deliver the content? What's your thoughts on that? Meet or exceed expectations of the thumbnail. That's your job. That's our job here. That's what you have to do here. So what's your thoughts on that? You agree with that? Folks, you guys do watch. What do you think about that? Bill C, Delilah, Sweet T, ALV. What's your thoughts about that? You see a thumbnail? Now, ALV does it every week. He exceeds the expectations of the thumbnail. He has the ghost story. He shows the ghost situation, and he meets or exceeds the expectations that are visual in that thumbnail. He's got that on lock. He can do it. The three of us do The Godfather. Do we meet or exceed the expectations of the thumbnail and the title? We have a roundtable discussion about scenes of The Godfather. In your opinion, do we exceed the expectations that are set? If you can't, your job, your goal should be to do better than what the thumbnail says. If you can't pull that off, you're in the wrong business. Right? I got a guy with 1.5 legs, 3 eyes, 6 ears, and 3 arms. I got a freak of nature coming on my show. Now, the thumbnail shows the freak of nature. Now, what do I do with that? It's going to be intriguing. People are going to want to come and see the guy with all these extra body parts, missing body parts. They're going to come in, they want to see. Now, it's up to me to have all the right, maybe questions, maybe conversations. I have to kind of think what the crew wants to hear. I have to exceed what that is. Right? I can't have a guy with all those missing parts, body parts, and talk about the weather. It's not going to work. Can't do that and talk about my bullet points, my current events, whatever you want to call it. I have to stay on topic with the thumbnail. And I got to nail it. I got to it's like a movie. Listen, quite honestly, the title and the thumbnail is just like a movie trailer. Okay, you got the movie trailer. The movie trailer is a little bit of a teaser. It's a little bit of a teaser. Now you go into the movie theater and you say to yourself, this sucks. They did not meet or exceed the expectations set forth in the movie trailer. Yes, we know they put out some great parts. It is very interesting trying to understand YouTube. Well, Rich, I learn as I go and I try to help. I try to explain to people. That's all I'm here for, to have the conversation about what we're doing here. What are we doing here? We are YouTubing. We're YouTubing, and I'm learning, and I'm talking. And see, my expectations are very, very low. I don't expect much out of this. All right, Miss Sunrise Dawn. Prayers out to you. Prayers out to you. Yes. Like the coming attractions at the movie. Right. So hopefully for me, I don't have that. I don't have big thumbnails and high expectations and all that. So for me, it may not, I'm not really considered, I know you're going to fight me on this. I'm not really a content creator, so to speak. Okay, I'll take it. I'm a content creator. I am the content. I understand. So there's no clickbait. There's none of that because my expectations are just that. I hope that I meet or exceed the expectations of the thumbnail that you guys do see. Hopefully I do that for you with very little effort. I think you stay on topic. Example, the cats and the store and the, okay, good. It's disappointing to have a thumbnail grab your attention and then it doesn't meet your expectations. Well, they will fail. And what is failure? How do we measure failure on YouTube? I don't know. Views, participants, subscriber count, donations. How do you measure success? I don't know. But I measure success in a personal way. My success is having a great conversation with Hey Teacher, Shannon Smith, Miss Sunrise Dawn and Cheech. That's my expectation. The clickbait's bad, Fancy Nancy, because it's a waste of time. You look forward to it. That's why what I do, I make a little trailer. I love your show. You got this, Mr. Stig. So what I do is typically I'll make a quick short. Good morning. Good morning from the Social Club. Tuesday, 7/23/2024. Today at the Social Club over coffee, we're going to talk about titles and thumbnails. And then we're going to go over the bullet points if we have any. I tell you in advance. Now, I have to deliver now. I got to deliver about titles and thumbnails. Do I have the skill to do that? Well, maybe not in perfection, but I can have the general conversation. So hopefully I do meet or exceed the expectations that I set forth based on my short prior to a show. And that should be the goal of everybody out there. I have to recommend this to you guys. Guys that have shows, I must recommend this to you. You cannot just put up the thumbnail and the fancy title now anymore. Not anymore. Before you cannot just put up the fancy title and the fancy thumbnail about what your show is going to be about Saturday at noon. My personal opinion is you got to do a couple of shorts leading up to it. Wednesday, hey guys, Saturday noon, we're going to talk about such and such. Come on in, stop in. I feel like I have a good delivery on this topic for you. I would recommend that. I would love for you to stop in and hang out with me for the story at noon on Saturday. That's one. Okay? Then maybe on Friday, hey guys, tomorrow's the day. Stop in tomorrow at 12 o'clock. Hit that notify me button, and I will see you live for my story at 12 o'clock on Saturday. Hopefully I can exceed the expectations that I set forth in this thumbnail and this. You got to promote yourself. It does not just happen, guys. The best show, the best show I think so far was the night you talked about the voodoo dolls. But I'm a newbie. Yes. Yes, Rich, yes. But then you have got to deliver. My personal opinion is you have to promote yourself. Don't wait for somebody else. You got to put the work in. You have got to put the work in. I'm not joking, guys. You got to put the work in. You got to set your show for Thursday, Friday, Monday, whatever your sister's is, whenever it is. And I personally think that you must do a trailer for your upcoming show. They will not just come. It's not going to happen. They will not just come. Now, nobody gave me a video check and a sound check today. How do we look, folks? How does the background look? Does my background, does my delivery, does my content meet Eric's? I have a question for you. I need an answer from you. I need an answer from you guys about our show. Do I or we meet or exceed the expectations set forth in my thumbnails and my titles? Do we do it? Do we pull that off here every day? Or do you come here and say, no, he's not on no, it's all wrong. He talked about he's got that thumbnail. It's beautiful. He's got that title. It's on point. It really grabbed me, but he didn't deliver. What's your thoughts of the social club? Our vibe. It's us. I need to know. I need feedback.